Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do the reading for Aquarius for the month of November 2020. Welcome to my page if you haven't been on my page before. I hope it resonates. If it does, please like, share and subscribe. If it doesn't, it's fine. It's not going to suit every single Aquarius out there. And if you have seen my page before, welcome back. Thanks for the support. So I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to actually do some tarot, more tarot than oracle. I thought I'd just do a couple of decks of tarot. If I need to add in a little bit of oracle, I will, but majority of it will just be tarot. So yeah, don't forget, time is fluid. So we say November, but it's all about divine timing. Energy is vice versa. If we talk about you, it could be your partner or vice versa. Anyway, let's start. So last month for Aquarius was all about changes and choices. So let's see what it is this time. I've noticed with all the other, if someone maybe needs to speak their truth. With all the other signs so far, a lot of them, majority of them have all been about the same kind of energy with players, and hopefully this is completely different energy. I've saged. Let's see what happens, Aquarius. Okay, tell me about Aquarius for the month of November 2020. Aquarius. Aquarius. November 2020. One more. If I can pick it up. Okay, so the first one you've got is heartache and loss. So that's all about having either been going through divorce, or some of you have had heartbreak. You might be depressed. You might have a broken relationship. There might be betrayal. You're feeling like you've been cheated on for some of you. It's like jealousy, emotional pain, all those kind of, everything to do with obviously a heartbreak or a breakup of some kind. So it looks like some of you may have gone through that. We'll find out more. I'll just quickly shuffle these and then we will start. I shuffle it off camera as well, but I like to do some on camera. Thinking about Aquarius. One more. No, it's not very good shuffle. Okay, let's start. So tell me about heartache and loss for Aquarius. So you've got Knight of Wands, which is about somebody who's impulsive. It's about somebody who's taken action. So like they've decided that, enough is enough, possibly for some people. It can also be like whatever action you take has been, guided by the universe. It can be that. But somebody, is a bit of a risk taker. They're impulsive. Then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So, it's conflict with other people. It's a transition. You're transitioning from one relationship to maybe, another one. But it could just be transitioning and ending. You've ended a relationship, now you're moving on. There might be obstacles, there might be frustration, there might be some delays of some kind, but it's like gives you more inner harmony, I think. Like, you're going through the heartache and loss, but obviously it wasn't for you, and now you might have some inner harmony. You might have more inner peace, I guess, about the situation. You've also got King of Cups. Now, this can describe either you or somebody, but there's somebody who's like supportive, empathetic, stable, you know, wise, intuitive, emotionally balanced. That could describe you or somebody else. You do need to have some self-respect, some self-confidence. You know, it's about re-establishing your sense of self now that you've, you know, moved on. You need to put up boundaries and have resilience and courage and persistence. You know, have strength to move on as well past whatever this is, because you are seeking some sort of personal closure. There might be a delay to something, as I said, and you're thinking back about the past, but you also need to use your intuition and trust yourself, because there may be secrets you don't know about. All right, let's get more information. More information for Aquarius. Like half the deck just went flying. Oops. More. Is there more? No, that's it. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Aquarius. What am I doing? Click on knocking for no reason. Okay, so tell me more information for Aquarius about this situation. You may find that your health may suffer because of this. You also may be very just dissatisfied. It may be all about you stayed with them maybe because of something materialistic. And you've also got the Six of Swords, which is all about transitioning and releasing the baggage. You kind of, you know, got a new perspective, but it's like moving. Some of you might change house, move location, you know, you've packed up you, your dog, and the, you know, moving on. Yeah, you're definitely getting over some sort of loss. You may have made, there may be no plan. You may just be, you've decided I'm going to move on, and you've moved on. There was no plan. It was, you know, it could be that. This could just be a lost opportunity. But you're very caught up in the details about what went on. He did this, she did this, whatever. This is the same kind of energy that keeps on coming up with everybody at the moment. But there might be obstacles. You need to take back your own power. You might have some inner clarity. You might have clouded judgment or be rethinking something, like, did I make the right decision? You know, that kind of thing. But I think because you're going through contemplation, you're thinking, you know, about your life, you are making progress, I feel like, though. And you will get rewards for whatever effort you put in now as well. Let's get more info. Okay, tell me more about Aquarius and the situation. There, you got the King of Cups again, which is that same, you know, supportive, empathetic, stable, intuitive, emotionally balanced kind of person. Might be somebody that's either you've left, it could describe you, or it could just be just keep your heart open. It could even just be that. It could be just make sure you keep your heart open because you don't want to miss an opportunity. Right, then we've got renewal, which is the same as the Judgment card. As I said, you're doubting yourself. You are your worst inner critic. And somebody has been dishonest in the situation and they haven't taken accountability for their actions. It can also be, you know, you just find that very unfair. Well, the other person finds it very unfair that, you know, they're not taking accountability for their actions. You got King of Fire on the bottom. So, you know, it's somebody with vision for their life. They might have their own business. They're, you know, they have honor. They're confident, you know, motivational, ambitious, charismatic type person. But it talks about communicating with vision, be a leader. And you've also got Knight of Fire in reverse. So it's about a delay. It can mean you've got scattered energy, you're focusing on too many things. It could also mean you're just frustration, or there's arguments, jealousy, suspicion. And things might take a bit of time. Then we've got the Shadow card, which is the same as the Moon card in reverse. It's like you need to release whatever fears you have, any kind of repressed emotions you need to deal with. You might be going through some inner confusion, as I've said. And you've got Foundation and Achievements. So that's all about, you know, you might have a celebration, or it's about happy home, being relaxed, having joy and harmony, and putting the past behind you. It could just be that. Okay, tell me more for Aquarius about that. Okay, so it looks like you are moving and transitioning and possibly relocating, releasing the baggage, having a new perspective about something that may have involved 3 people, same energy as all the other readings. But also for others, it could also be a new love. It could be somebody who's younger than you. You're moving on to somebody who is younger than you. And you need to be able to trust your intuition. Now, in the card, as I said, there are 3 people. So, you know, trust your intuition, as I said. And you also might be moving on from, so you might be moving on from something like that, or you're moving into a new love. It could be that, but just make sure you trust your intuition. The Hierophant card in reverse is all about your personal beliefs and, you know, freedom, challenging the status quo. It's also, you know, it might have been somebody who is also very controlling. They may try to communicate with you again, or there might be some sort of communication that's been had, or will be had. It's also being very vigilant and alert. So, you know, as I said, trust your intuition. If you meet somebody and they're younger and they, you know, if your intuition's telling you that, then make sure you trust it. Because somebody might be juggling too many things. But, you know, this person also could be somebody who's very reliable and patient. They might be an animal lover. They may be sensible, hardworking, trustworthy, all those things. You know, trust your intuition. All right, tell me more about that. Yeah, I mean, somebody might be a fraud. They may be a liar, lazy, jealous, unrealistic. They could be that. So yeah, just trust your intuition. But yeah, it's about letting go of those limiting beliefs, as I told you. Redirect your energy as well. It can be conflict, confusion for some people. But you've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. So, you know, take back your own power. You've had this card before. You know, take back your power. There might be obstacles, but you might also just have some inner clarity. You might be rethinking something. Tell me more, Aquarius. I want it to fly up. Tell me more. You may have distractions, there may be delays, but you may miss an opportunity as well. Or for some of you, you feel like you've got a lack of direction, like you don't know where to go now. Now that something's over and you're moving on, you're leaving the past behind. I mean, it doesn't mean that you've left. Let me make this perfectly clear. It could be past, present, future for some people. It could be that you had heartbreak, but you've stayed with the person. and you know, you want this happy home, you want that, but there are secrets, and you know, it's just telling you to trust your intuition. It could be that, you know what I mean? And someone is taking lack of accountability for their actions. It could be that. So yeah, then you've got the High Priestess in reverse. As I said, there are secrets you don't know about. Someone is you're disconnected from your intuition. You might just be withdrawing. Somebody might be giving you the cold shoulder. There might be silence coming from whoever it is. And you've also got the Hierophant in reverse again. So, you know, which is all about your personal beliefs and, you know, being free. Yeah, it's like maybe what's happening is not the traditional, you know, partner, kids and animals and whatever, the traditional, maybe that's not what's happening in your life. So you might be married to this person, but you are gaining more knowledge. And when I talk about this, I normally get this card. It generally means just finding out more knowledge about what you are, this situation, not study so much. But yeah, something is going to take some time. And we've got memories of love. I feel like for a lot of you though, I just want to say, I feel like for a lot of you, you've moved on. It's a new person, you know, you're still moving on from, but you are moving on from that person. You might be having indecision, but you are moving on. Whereas others may have stayed. Yeah, I've got to say that. Because I feel like some of you are still in this. Some of you are still, you want the happy home, but maybe you're wearing a blindfold and you're not seeing the situation for what it is. Because it's easier not to, you know what I mean? Sorry if you can hear my blinds. I might just shut the window a little bit. The breeze is nice, but it's very, very noisy. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so some of you may still be in this. Beware of the secrets, though, they may still be going on. Okay, then we have memories of love in reverse. So you are, you know, disappointed with what went on, but maybe you chose, as I said, just finished saying, maybe you chose to forgive them. Maybe you're thinking back about the past, but, you know, you chose to forgive them, see what happens. You know, kind of, maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got materialistic stuff, you know, you don't want to leave. Could be any of that. Okay, tell me more about moving on. Memories of love, forgiveness for Aquarius. You can manifest whatever it is you want. And you are manifesting whatever it is you want. You're resourceful. You've taken back your own power in the situation. Maybe you chose to forgive them, you're moving on, but you have the power. But you can turn your visions into reality. And maybe that's what you're doing. You're choosing to stay there. You're choosing to not manifest something better. But yeah, you do need some self-respect and self-confidence and reestablishing your sense of self. But you have completed the goal or lesson. Like, this is completion. It's, you know, it could mean travel for some of you. You might immigrate if you could with what's going on in the world. But, you know, a lot of you, it's just completion. You're completing the goal or lesson. As I said, maybe that's just what you choose to do. But as I said, there might be secrets. You're probably disconnected from your intuition. You're not really listening to it. You might be having, some of you may be having the cold shoulder. But it's the same card, memories of love. It's exactly the same. You know, you're disappointed, but you choose to forgive. You might be very overly emotional. You might be a person that's easily influenced. Because, you know, there might be somebody who's very bitchy, cold-hearted, deceitful, sly. As I said, I'm sure there are secrets. You need to... It might be a struggle. You might be defensive. Maybe you don't have your boundaries up. Maybe you need to. But yeah, I just feel like you've got clouded judgment. I feel like you've rethought an idea. That's what I feel like. So some of you may stay, which is what I've just finished saying. Okay, tell me more about that for Aquarius. What's kind of outcome? Some of you are releasing, some of you are stuck, some of you are in denial, some of you just can't make a decision. Maybe you're confused, but some of you do release, but not all of you. Oh, that's the bottom of the deck. And some of you, as I said, are very worried about the details. He did this, she did that. You're so obsessed with that. You can't, if you're going to forgive, you need to move on. If that's what you're choosing to do, you know what they're like, you know what they've done, you're moving on from that and you're allowing it, or you're forgiving. But yeah, you're going to need strength, you're going to need self-love, unconditional love, self-respect. It's all the same thing. And some are holding back, some are being reckless. You know, you're not taking the taking chances, new beginnings, fresh hope, or you just hope it's going to be that. The ones that fell out, you've got Page of Pentacles in reverse. So you're too self-focused. You're learning, you need to learn from what's happened. Because at the moment, there's no progress made. You know, you may get some bad news of some kind, but I feel like, as I said, you're not progressing. You're still with the same person doing the same thing. They're just getting better at it. And you've got Ace of Pentacles, which is starting afresh. So you've probably just chosen to do that. Some of you are leaving, some of you are not. It's also about prosperity, wealth, pleasure, happiness. I mean, financial income of some kind. Tell me more. What's the outcome for Aquarius? Outcome for Aquarius. Give me an outcome for Aquarius. Oh, don't drop. This chair is very squeaky. Really need a better chair. Okay, so Four of Cups. You might be feeling very unfulfilled. You might be bored. You might be contemplating. You might be doubting your decision that you made. You might also miss an opportunity. You need to keep your eyes to the possibilities, but I guess for some of you, you've chosen to stay. So maybe, yeah. You got Seven of Earth. So it's going to take patience. It's going to take hard work. It's like delayed success. It's you having to put in effort. You're waiting for the next move, waiting for plans to bear fruit. You're ready for the next move. You're looking at your long-term view as well. You've got Ten of Fire in reverse. So you feel like you are carrying the burden. You feel like you're putting in all the effort in this relationship and maybe someone else isn't. You're feeling overwhelmed. You maybe need to release it. But in the end, that's your decision. You've also got Six of Water and Seven. So you're thinking back about the past, you know, your past happinesses, you know, your happiness, past happiness. You might have a reunion with somebody, but it's like nostalgia. You're thinking back about the fun times. You're thinking about when you were kids, romanticizing the past. And as I said, this may involve children. You may have children because it says issues regarding children. There may be children involved in this situation, which is why you chose to stay. And you've also got Seven as well. So somebody has commitment problems. It could be they're indecisive. There's wishful thinking, like I really want, think this person will be this certain way. They will change. Of course they're going to change. But yeah, in the end, I mean, stop procrastinating. Make a decision. Do the research. I guess keep your eyes open. Take the blindfold off. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Lovers in reverse. It's about self-love. And there's an imbalance. You've probably got a misalignment of values, which causes the imbalance, which causes disharmony. So, yeah. And also, as I said, you're not taking, it's like not taking a new chance. It's, you're not taking a leap of faith. You're just going to keep going with the same thing. You're trying to protect that which you've created. So, but put up your boundaries. You know, you're going to have courage, persistence, resilience, all those things. And yeah. Normally this card in the other decks are all about 3 people. So just be keep your eyes open. You may also have new career opportunities as well, but you're not really wanting to release and move on. You don't want the death card. You're resisting the change. You need to do work on you and get rid of whatever doesn't serve you. And yeah, if someone's manipulating you, be careful of that. But yeah, you've got deep-seated fears. You need to release your worry. Trust your intuition. That's all underneath. On this deck, you've got you need to make a decision. You're feeling lonely and, you know, yeah, isolated, all that kind of thing. There are obstacles. You might be being very controlled. It's like not offering a firm foundation, really. And you've got suffering in silence in reverse as well. So as I said, there are deep-seated fears. There are secrets. Somebody needs to release their worry. I might just get a few cards from this deck. It's either these or romance I've chosen for everybody so far. So I don't think I really want to ask about romance for you. So we'll do some of these for Aquarius and then I'll end it. Okay, give me a couple of cards for Aquarius, because Aquarius needs to know about this situation. Yeah, you're not growing. You haven't grown from this experience. It's like you're not evolving. The relationship isn't evolving, you're not. But if you end things, endings can bring new beginnings. You need to grow, you need to change, you need to transition, but you'll do that whenever your time is right. You need to do some introspection, work on your self-image, work on, you know, because whatever you put out is what you're going to get back, like a mirror. And, you know, you've got some outdated thinking. Maybe you think that you have to stay with someone if you're married, you know, you can't divorce them, whatever, you know, but whatever that is, you need to stop thinking those things, sort out, you know, what you believe. You're replaying, as I said, someone is definitely obsessed with the details, like he did this, she did this, you know, it's what's that going to achieve, really? You just keep playing the events over in your head. But, you know, keep your eye out because something new may come along. You might have a surprise invitation or a meeting. You know, it's all about having faith. You've got to trust the universe as well. You might be hesitant to open your heart as well. But, you know, I guess if you don't change something, the universe will. So it's like some sudden change. It might also be that you have an epiphany, or it could be upheaval, transformation. Maybe you need to work on you. And you've got heartbroken as well. It's like deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, grieving, mourning. As I said, somebody's very heartbroken still, or as I said, maybe you're probably not even hearing from this person for a lot of you. But yeah, anyway, it's the same crap. Well, that's it for Aquarius. Thanks for watching, and I hope it resonates, or I kind of hope it doesn't resonate, but I hope it does resonate in a way so we know where you're at. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you with the next reading. Okay, bye.